Yes, yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Things are falling apart. The center can no longer hold in Kenya Kwanza. That's something I've been saying in this forum, and it appears things are still falling apart in Kenya Kwanza government. Ruto said it was not El Nino. It has now turned out as El Nino. And that was just confirmed today by the Meteorological Department. And regarding Gachagua, they called for a press brief where they did confirm that the rains are El Nino. Ruto told us that the government-to-government deal, oil deal, was going to ease the pressure on the dollar, hence strengthening the Kenyan shillings. In fact, as I talk, the Kenyan shillings is on a free fall. Those are just some of the few examples. There are several examples. In this video, I want us to have a look at a tweet shared out by William Ruto through his X account about 2 hours ago as I speak. William Samoei Ruto, PhD. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, attended the 5th Arab Africa Summit, urged Arab nations to explore opportunities in the African continental free trade area with Kenya as their gateway. Thus, a post William Ruto shared out through his X account about 2 hours ago. So he's saying that he's attending the 5th Arab Africa Summit. The interesting thing about this post, Arab African Summit was postponed a few days back. So which is this summit William Ruto is attending? Because even if you look at Arab news, and this is something, in the mainstream media, Arab news, Arab African Summit postponed amid Gaza unrest. The forthcoming 5th Arab African Summit, which had been scheduled for November 11, was postponed on Tuesday due to the current development in Gaza, Saudi Arabia's Minister of Foreign Affairs said. So it was actually postponed on Tuesday. There is no summit as Arab African Summit going on in Saudi Arabia. The one William Ruto is attending, that one is his own summit. The summit in Saudi Arabia is Saudi African Summit, not Arab. There is a very big difference in those summits. In fact, this one should be the first Saudi Arabia African Summit. And the funny bit about it, that post checking William Ruto's X account, I can't find that post. An indication that Ruto has deleted that post and actually is now posting this. This is now about 18 minutes ago as I speak. In Riyadh, attended the Saudi Africa Summit, urged Saudi Arabia and the wider region to explore opportunities in the African continental free trade area with Kenya as their gateway. So he deleted the first tweet and he has now posted this. Total confusion in the government. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand it better and what it means. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes, that's not a simple error. That exposes the confusion, the cluelessness in this government. In fact, they deleted that post after Kenyans had started raising some complaints. And we were also told that if you look at the gazette that stipulated some new charges, we saw some government officials saying it was a typing error. But if you look at now the stamped gazette, it was as was announced by Professor or signed by Professor Kithure Kindiki. So I'm taking this as not just a small error. This is what the government, or rather Ruto, knew. Ruto knew he was attending the 5th Arab African Summit. That shows Ruto is not even sure of what's happening. He's very clueless on so many issues. Ruto does not take his time to understand exactly what is happening. He always just talks without actually taking his time to understand things. And I'm saying that because we still remember during the presidential debate last year, Ruto said that if he becomes the president, he was going to lower the cost of petroleum products. And I remember he was asked one simple question to just explain some, or rather give some examples of taxes being levied on petroleum products. Ruto could only mention the 16% VAT. That's the only tax William Ruto could mention. For those who can still remember that debate very well, that's how it was. So Ruto is very naive about so many issues. He's very clueless about so many issues. The mere fact that he's the president does not mean he understands things. He's very clueless, very naive on some basic issues of governance. And this post by himself, rather this post just exposes that cluelessness. And that's why Kenya is in the position we are today because of the cluelessness of William Samoei Ruto. And then above all, I'm seeing a president, or rather I'm seeing something is seriously wrong with William Ruto. Either the team he has appointed to assist him are completely also incompetent, just like him. And looking at the kind of appointments he has made, I won't be wrong to say that the team surrounding William Ruto are equally very incompetent. Hence, all these confusions we are witnessing in this government. And the question begs again, was it worth going to Saudi Arabia after most Arab countries had snubbed that meeting? Was it worth? And that brings us to the issue immediately Israel-Hamas war broke. William Ruto, even without taking his time to understand the geopolitics and how things are, he immediately made some remarks that I know are really working against him, even in some of this his quest. For example, now he wants Arab countries to come to Kenya. And he was very loud in supporting Israel, while Arab countries are against Israel. I'm seeing that as also working against William Samoei Ruto and exposing him as somebody who's very short-sighted, somebody who's not looking at the future. As much as I might be supporting Israel for some of my own reasons, in the stature of a president, William Ruto should not be very quick to comment on some issues that is not a must he has to comment on. That can actually backfire very badly. And in this case, I strongly believe that his remarks have badly worked against Kenya in Ruto's quest to attract Arab countries to Kenya. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support us, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.